Hello, Superoos. It's Jeremy, aka Rowdy Obsessed here. Like the new look? I hope so, because I can't exactly do anything to change it. Except cut it shorter. No, legitimately. Cutting it shorter is the only thing I can do with it right now. But that's the military for you. And yes, I'm officially out of BMT. I can use my computer freely. Somewhat. I have classes, and I can't use any electronics or anything during those. So, me joining any long games right now, probably not the best idea, but whenever I get chances to, I will join fast games at least. Because this is gonna sound so dang corny, but honey, I'm home. I have been away from Zwooper for so long, and man, it was tough. It was really tough just being away from all of you because you're not friends to me. You're family. We're a Zwooper family, and we all stick together like this. And you just made such a big impact on my life, and you've shown me so much support for what I do. And actually, now that I think about it, why am I so surprised by that? It seems like everyone I come across supports what I do, and it makes me so happy because I wasn't even coming into this for support. I was mostly going to it for financial reasons, but being an airman just means so much more to me now than just making a living. It's staying up. It's about staying up for what I believe in. It's about I've been guarded with a hero image on site. I can do villainous things, but I've been guarded a hero. This is me being a hero for a lifestyle now. And am I likely to go into combat? No. Am I going to get deployed? Pretty dang sure I will, because almost every person who comes into the military gets deployed regardless of their occupation, but that's what happens in when you have to take a big step in life. And where I was at life, I was okay, but it wasn't anything that was taking me any places. I was just doing a regular job, just as I was, and it was fine, but it wasn't getting me anywhere. I wanted an actual living. I wanted a good college degree, and I couldn't get that with what I was doing. I mean, I was living with my parents, and I love them, but it's just you gotta get out of the nest sometimes. And if you aren't out of the nest for a long time, then people don't look at you very favorably. So yeah, that's how I'm going to start my life. I am currently at tech school right now, which is in Biloxi, Mississippi, and this is so much nicer than BMT. BMT is tough, okay? Everyone will tell you that, and it is true. And if anyone ever tells you that it's easy, don't believe them, okay? Because it is tough to get through. Very much, it's a physical and mental exercise with yourself because you've got all the physical training they actually give you, and the Air Force is much lighter with its physical training in comparison to the other branches of the Air Force. Even then, I could barely meet my fitness requirements. I mean, you have to have a certain amount of push-ups, sit-ups, and a certain run time for a mile and a half. The sit-ups and mile and a half run, I actually were okay with. It was the push-ups because these are there's muscle there, but it doesn't really hold me up very well. That and my form really needed work. So I actually almost didn't graduate on time, but through some miracle I made it. So yeah, it would have killed me being away from you any longer than I actually had to be. But yeah, and it was also a mental exercise because you've got the BMTs always yelling in your face about every little thing, and trust me, it's never personal. I mean, when they were yelling at me, I took heed to what they told me because I knew they were being serious, but they weren't being mean. When they yell at you, it's not yelling at you. It's yelling so that everyone else in your flight, that's what our groups were called, it's so everyone else in your flight knows to do the exact same thing. And when people don't listen, it ticks them off. Not to the point where they're mad at the person specifically, but just it's their job. They're still held accountable for this sort of thing too. So if anyone is curious about joining the U.S. Armed Forces, or heck, another country's armed forces, keep that in mind. Because going through it myself, people have told me that it's supposed to be one of the BMTs, supposed to be one of the toughest things you ever get through. It was. And I've got the short version of it. If you look at all the other branches, they're BMTs are way longer. I was only in there for 7 weeks plus an extra week for a little bit of career development, but that's what everyone got. And yeah, it was tough. Would Survivor be tougher? Arguably, but it'd be sure a lot more fun because you really had to you were in a really strict environment doing all of this. So yeah, did BMT truly change me? Heck no, it didn't. To give you a little perspective, in my closet over here, I've got some. I've got my own collect. I still got a big collection of Survivor buffs that I asked my parents to bring down for me. I've got them. I've got the three tribe buffs from Cagayan, Worlds Apart, and Cambodia, which I will binge watch as soon as I actually have a free night. I don't have a free night yet, so just bear with me on that. What else? Oh, and there was one other buff in there that I don't think I've shown a lot of people. It's the merge buff from Blood versus Water. It was the very first buff I ever actually got for myself, and it's a little dusty because it's like the oldest one I've got, but it's also because I've kind of kept it in a backpack for a while because I would take it to school all the time and I just forgot to take it out. But it's got like pins on it for all the fandoms that I declare myself a part of, even if I'm not like a truly big fan of it. I've got a Game of Thrones pin on there. I've got Star Wars, Star Trek. I've got a Divergent pin on there. I've got a Mockingjay pin. I think the Mockingjay pin was the first one I put on there. I've got a My Little Pony pin. Yes, not even that. I got like a bunch of pins on there. And yeah, I asked my parents to bring that down because I wanted to make sure I still remembered who I truly am. Because BMT can really change you. And sometimes, and most of the time when they change you, it's for the better. I'd say I've changed for the better because I'm so much more assertive. I'm so much more motivated than I ever was. And I thought I was pretty motivated before. But this just put me to a whole new level. And with that said, even if it changes you for the better in some ways, I don't want to forget who I truly am. A Survivor Ultra fan who cares so damn much about a show that every time I talk about it to someone else in my community, they look at me with this. No, seriously, that's the look that people give me whenever I even start to talk about the show. There's like, that's not even my thing. Jeez, can I get some... You people are the ones that keep me sane, because otherwise I'd go crazy, because I've got shows that I can just, so desperately have passion for, and no one else does, and it's sort of degrading like that, but I keep positive. So, as for Zwooper, I don't know specifically how ZBB7 went, but considering what I was looking at, I'd say it was a great season no matter what. I'm not asking anyone to give me any details, like that would be a little overkill. I've seen what I've seen a leaderboard. I think Alice made it. Was that right? So, congratulations to Andy Jean, the winner. You know what? I looked at that post like 2 days ago. Let me make sure I didn't get that wrong, because that would be really embarrassing. If it wasn't Andy Jean, I am going to be really embarrassed. Heck, if it wasn't Alice that made that post, I'm going to be really embarrassed. Well, hold on. How did I find that post? Typed in my name. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take this long. Who made that post? Someone made it. Oh yeah, okay, so Alice did make it. Sorry for the long pause there. So who won ZBB All-Stars? It was... Okay, good, it was Andy Jean. Alright, I'm so sorry for that detour. just worrying about... I'm just worrying over nothing now. But, yeah, that's BMT to me. I really gotta think about the details about things. I've gotta really keep focused on all that, because if I get, like, one thing out of place, then it means I'm wrong. No, like, That's something that we'd say, like, if you're not doing so and so like the entire group is, you're wrong. Which, by the way, when it comes to Survivor games, I'm not just gonna follow that mentality. I'm not going to just follow the group because I'm wrong otherwise. I'm gonna do what I want to do in the games because that's still me. If I'm part of a group, I'm part of a group. If I'm on my own, I'm on my own. That's gotta be it. Um, I wanted to give a special thank you to a few people on site now that I'm back. I want to say again thank you to Johnny, Johnny Scott 1127. You know, just calling me one of the best of the best. That really means something because it's just like I put a lot of work studying Survivor and just having good social skills and knowing how to treat people. I'm just happy that that paid off because otherwise, I don't know, like otherwise, I'd feel like, dang it, I'm on a site for a show I love and I'm no good at the game. Apparently, I'm decent at the game. I don't want to tap myself on the shoulder too much, but the fact that you call me best of the best is something that I take a lot of pride in. Again, I say thank you to Sarah at Russell versus Rob 2019. Like that shirt, really thank you because it shows like, hey, you still want me to be included in all the Zooper stuff going on. Thank you so much for that. The only reason I'm not wearing it right now is because I found the camo uniform in the Avatar shop, and I figured now that I'm out of BMT, probably Finn I put that on. But oh, by the way, if I'm having videos, you won't see me with my with any of my camo tops on them or anything. We call them ABUs. You won't see me with that on because it gives my last name, and I don't feel very comfortable sharing that with people online. It's identity issues. So, who else? Robbed Goddess, Sean. Thank you so much for just missing me so much because it shows that there really are people on the site that really cared about me being gone and just wanting to have me back at some point. I'm really thankful for what I did to help you that night. I mean, I know you're thankful for me just coming to your aid like that, but I'm just happy that I was able to help because we had a class during BMT. It's not all physical training. There's actual like learning you do, but we had a class about suicide awareness and prevention, and all I kept thinking was how I sort of helped you that night. I don't know if you were actually serious about what you were doing, but even if you weren't, I would have taken it seriously because that's what we're supposed to do. If someone even mentions it and they seem serious, even if they're not serious, talk to them about it. This goes out to anyone. If you have a friend who's had those sort of thoughts at all, please talk to them about it. And they say, "Well, I've thought about it, but I'm not really serious about it." That doesn't matter. You gotta talk to them because you can't have them hurt themselves or do anything permanent like that. It's gonna. If you're a friend, you will help them. And I know you people are actually friends to your peeps back home. So, Noah, why Summer 96? The funniest thing. First off, thank you for the happy birthday shout out. Like that really meant something. I'm saying that a lot now, aren't I? But it really did. It's just like, oh, they remember. That's so nice of you guys. But the funniest thing about this is that it wasn't until, and this is just from my perspective, you might be thinking about it differently. From my perspective, we didn't exactly talk much one-on-one as friends until like a week or two before I left. Then I saw that you were actually a pretty cool guy. Beyond that, I kept listing you by default as the #1 enemy I had on site, and that's just because of the early stuff we did. Later on, we didn't really do much together, but now I kind of regret that because it's just, you're a cool guy. You're probably still a villainous player, which isn't a problem. You can do what you want, but just, you're a cool guy, and I never really took a chance to learn that about you, and dang, you of all people to have done that, it's really nice. And the same thing goes for Puffs, because he's not someone I would have actually immediately expected to make a big goodbye message for me like he did before I left. I was like, really? Puffs did this for me? Well, thank you to other Noah. It's confusing having two Noahs. But just thank you for that, because I didn't expect either of you really would have that much investment in something like this. And I don't mean anything bad by that. It's just that there's when it came from you, I was so pleasantly surprised by it, and it just made me feel so good to see that there's some people on site that really did care about me, and that's why I'm so happy to be back. And again, I can't do anything really big or permanent right now in terms of games because I'm starting tech school and I got a big schedule. And I don't know how much free time I'm actually going to have. I have plenty of free time after classes, which I'm pretty sure end around 2 o'clock my time. Maybe 3. I'm not sure yet. I got because I'm just doing like I'm just getting started here. But once I get a schedule figured out, if I can find time to do games on here constantly, the long games, I'll let you all know. Also happy that 24/7 finally got to the public audience. I saw that post before I left. I was like, wow, cool. You people all go enjoy it. I'm happy I got to do it with all the VIPs, but the people who want to play it even more because they had to wait so much longer and they probably didn't have the money for VIP like that, go for it. Which begs the question, do I still have VIP? Sort of random, I was just checking. Hold on. I am so sorry that I did that. That was really stupid of me. Hold on. Okay, I still am VIP. When did I pick that up? Probably March. Okay. Where was I going with this? You hate it when you have something else you want to say and then you just forget it because I was just like, what was I gonna say? Oh. I'm lost, but it's about time for me to go to bed anyway because I got a early wake up tomorrow. But to all Zoopers out there, I want to say good luck to whoever's in ZBB8 right now. I have no idea right now. I haven't been able to really look that up. If you and I are really close friends, I'm rooting for you. Revanderib. You can call me Calvin if you want to. I have no problems with that. I'll call you Hope if you're okay with that, but up to you. I have no idea. And I'm just so happy to be back, everybody. Let me do this properly. Take care.